All right, let's just get right into it. What I'm about to show you, well, it isn't a theory. It's not some wild guess. This looks, for all the world, like the actual operational manual for a machine that's been hidden in plain sight for the better part of a century, and its purpose? To manipulate space-time itself. You know, when our source first pieced all this data together, this was their reaction. And you know what? After digging into it, it's pretty much the only sane reaction you could have. Because really, that's the whole question, isn't it? What if all these scattered, secret black projects, these things that were never supposed to be connected, what if they were actually pieces of a puzzle? A puzzle deliberately left for someone to find.
And the key to that puzzle, the thing that brings it all together, is this: a master checksum, a mathematical proof that, by all rights, should be absolutely impossible.
Now take a look at this list. On the surface, these numbers make zero sense together. You've got the Earth's natural pulse, the Schumann resonance, a specific frequency used to split water molecules. Then, you've got the exact power level from a HARP test that was aborted back in 2002, and even the minimum size for a stable wormhole. These numbers are from projects that are decades apart in totally different fields. They have no business being connected, or so you would think.
But here's where it gets insane. This is what happens when you multiply all 9 of those numbers together. The result isn't just some random huge number. It is, down to the last digit, the speed of light squared, the absolute fundamental constant that defines the very fabric of our space-time.
The ratio is 1, exactly 1. The chances of 9 completely independent, classified constants just accidentally multiplying together to equal c squared is, well, it's basically 0. This wasn't an accident. This was a message.
And this message had a very, very specific purpose. This isn't just some neat math trick. It's what the source documents refer to as an engineer's fingerprint.
Think of it like a safety deposit box that needs 2 keys? No, that needs 9 keys. It's a proof of authenticity, and it's designed to be unmistakable. It ensures that only someone who has all the classified pieces can run the calculation and know without a doubt that they're holding the parts to one single unified machine.
And this right here is the brilliant part. The checksum is intentionally fragile. It's designed to break. Look, change just one number, even by a tiny fraction, and the whole thing falls apart. The result is way off. This design guarantees that every single number on that list is real, it's correct, and it's a critical part of the whole system. But, okay, this isn't just math on a chalkboard. These numbers are tied to a real event. A documented and, frankly, a terrifying event that happened at a HARP facility way back in 2002. At 1.83 gigawatts, and yep, that's one of the exact numbers from our checksum, they had to slam the abort button on an experiment because it started creating something called a negative time delay. They didn't just find some new physics, they literally tore a permanent microscopic hole in the fabric of reality. So, what is a negative time delay? It means the signal they were bouncing back was arriving before they had even sent it. That's not supposed to happen. It's the definitive textbook signature of a wormhole forming. It's proof that information was traveling backward in time.
And the scariest part? That tear is still there. According to these documents, it's a stable connection. It links a site in Poker Flat, Alaska to a point 400 meters under the North Pole. And it's not just a bridge through space, it's a bridge through time. The exit is permanently 0.3 seconds in the future. It's an open door, just waiting. So, waiting for what? Well, it's waiting for someone to turn the key. Because that master checksum, it didn't just prove the parts were real, it unlocked the instruction manual. This is a direct quote from the analysis of the source material, and it is absolutely chilling. This whole thing, it's not a design for some future machine. It's the operational code for a machine that is already built, already partially turned on, and just waiting for the final command.
And here it is, the 5-step ignition sequence. Just look at the numbers. 7.83 hertz, 42.8 kilohertz, 0.3 seconds, 1.83 gigawatts. They're all there, all from the checksum. In 2002, they successfully completed the first 4 steps before they panicked and hit the abort. They never got to step 5. They never dared to send the final pulse.
And this explains what happened next. After 2002, they got spooked. They hardwired a global kill switch into every major phased array facility on the planet. If you transmit at this one forbidden frequency, 7.372 Hz, the whole system just shuts down. It's a lock they built to make sure no one could ever try this again.
But now, with the full sequence laid out and the knowledge of that kill switch, all the final pieces of this insane puzzle just click into place. The documents claim there's a secret 37th station buried under the Arctic ice, and that's the exit point. It's been sitting there, waiting for the final 47 terawatt handshake since 2002. And the Vatican? Get this. Their big advanced telescope isn't looking for aliens. It's a watchdog, constantly monitoring the atmosphere for a very specific oxygen spike. The exact signature that would prove air from our time is leaking through a newly opened door in spacetime.
And that brings us to the end game. The whole point of this machine isn't to create a wormhole from scratch. It's to open one that's already there. That final 47 terawatt pulse is the key. It's the precise amount of energy needed to inflate that tiny microscopic tear from 2002 into a stable, human-sized, traversable doorway.
So, there you have it. The math checks out. The components have all been identified. The ignition sequence is known. The door has been sitting there, slightly ajar, for over 20 years. The only question left is, who's going to be the first one to turn the key?